Welcome to weekly Forex forecast from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I'll be doing a complete multi-time frame analysis of all the hottest currency pairs and indices that you'll be looking to trade next week. The list is a bit longer as usual, but don't worry, I'll put a timestamp in the description area. But I'll suggest you to watch all of them. As you have seen in our previous weekly Forex forecast, most of the pairs did exactly according to the analysis. As this is the last week of the month, we can expect a huge volatility in the market, including in gold, euro dollar, GBPUSD, GBPJPY, and in dollar yen. Now we'll be looking at one by one, starting with DXY. Now before I begin this weekly Forex forecast, make sure guys you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So without further delay, let's get started. Okay traders, so first let's begin with DXY, as DXY might give us a clear direction of most of the USD pairs as well as gold. So guys, make sure that you stick till the end of this weekly analysis to see what we are expecting this week from this instrument. Now looking at first of all monthly to see overall picture in the market. Now from the monthly we can see that DXY currently, after 3 weeks of up and down, the price is where it has started. It's forming a monthly doji. What I think that this week also the price might initially come down to retest this monthly support, and also the price might go back up for some retest of this level. And I think that at the end of the month we might see that even DXY closing as a monthly doji. Now if we look at the weekly time frame, we see that previous week there was a bullish candle. This week we saw an inside bar which is signaling potential sideways movement on the lower time frame. Now what I think that DXY, as we see that the price was respecting this weekly support level, and also there is a weekly resistance creating series of lower high, and I think that this week we might see that the price is maintaining another doji. We could see that the price initially coming down, breaking or testing of the support, and then we can expect the price to go back up and closing somewhere here. We could see a monthly close as a doji, means that we might see the price is almost closing in the same zone where the price from the weekly perspective. So that means initial drop, and then we can expect an upside and coming back down to close as a doji. Now from the daily time frame we see that from the daily perspective also DXY, we saw that there was a huge breakdown here from the daily, has broken this local support, and the price has got another rejection to the upside. Currently the price is forming a consolidation pattern. Now this is if you look at the lower time frame, which is potentially a bullish pattern. Now this kind of pattern, this bull flag, initially we can expect a breakdown and then continuation to the upside, and I think that this is gonna happen this week. We might see that the price is coming down, breaking this low, testing this support, and then going back up. So looking at further lower time frame to see how the price evolve, and what I think that with this lower time frame price action, DXY, as you can see, creating series of lower high, putting pressure on the support. We might see that initially the price is breaking down to the support level, and then we can expect for the price to go ahead and testing this resistance, and we might see that on the monthly close we could see the price is coming around this zone. It may not be exactly this level, but we could see that the price is closing around this zone, forming a wave for DXY to form in that way. So this is where we will be targeting for potential trading opportunity for bullish on and bearish option along this area. And now let's look at all the instruments that we will be looking to trade, starting with AUD USD. Now if we look at AUD USD from the multi-time frame perspective, now first of all, from the monthly time frame on AUD USD, we see that this market back to back 3 months in a very sharp rejection from the top. And what we see that from the monthly, the price is now approaching a monthly support level. This is a significant monthly support. From this level, there is a big move happen, and the price has come back to the same level of support. And what I think that with this initial weakness on AUD USD, we might see that the price might have a bounce from this monthly support to the upside, and we can expect this to happen. Now if we look at the weekly time frame, we see that from the weekly perspective, this market from the weekly forming series of lower high, putting pressure on this weekly support level. Previous week we saw a long week doji here. What I think that the market might initially break this support, and as you can see, the past this level acted here as support, and from that support we can expect an upside bias on AUD USD, and we might see the market is, after bouncing off this level, breaking of this low and closing somewhere here, and we could see another weekly long week candle. Now looking at the daily time frame on AUD USD, we see that from the daily perspective, the price forming series of lower high, putting pressure on this support. So that means that we might see initially break of the support, and then we can expect an upside momentum after forming a false breakout to this level. And this is where I will be waiting in the beginning of the trading week potential bullish opportunity. Now if we look at our DXY potential curve, we can expect an upside initially drop and then going back up and coming back down. So this is where with the initial weakness on DXY, we might see that AUD USD forming this wave, and we could see that the market is forming exactly this wave on AUD USD after breaking this support, going back up. So this is where what I think that we can expect some bullish opportunity around this zone. If we see that in fact AUD USD has broken the support level, form a false breakout pattern, then we can look for buying opportunity. And as you can see in this resistance level, there is a high rejection from those levels. Any of this level is violated, if we see that the price in that zone, we can look for selling opportunity on AUD USD. Now let's look at euro dollar. Now if we look at in the similar way on euro dollar from the monthly, we see that from the monthly perspective on euro dollar, back to back 3 months strong drop, followed by this month we have seen that the price is rejecting this significant monthly support level. So far we saw a bounce of this level as the last week of the month. We could see that another retest of this support, and then we can expect a weekly doji to form, and then we can expect for the price to keep pushing high in the upcoming month. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly, this weekly candle also is an inside bar, and what I think that this week we can expect initial upside, and I think the price might initially break this weekly high, respecting this resistance from this level. We can expect a drop on euro dollar, and this could be the wave on euro dollar, and the price even might remain in this range from the weekly perspective. Now looking at the daily time frame, we can see that from the daily there is a big bull followed by a narrow candle, which is in fact a bullish continuation pattern, but at the same time it's a long-term bearish market. I think that euro dollar, we might see that initial upside breaking this high, respecting this resistance. We can expect a downside on euro dollar. Now looking at intraday perspective, we see that the price is forming in fact a typical bullish channel here. This is a bullish channel. As you can see, the price is respecting this level for extended period of time. Now if we draw this level here on euro dollar, and what we see that the price is forming series of higher high and higher low, and we can expect euro dollar to break to the upside initially from this channel, and from that zone we can expect for the price to go back down to this support level that we are expecting for long-term perspective, and then to look for buying. So these are the zone that we can look for potential selling on euro dollar, and then buying from those zone based on the price action confirmation in the middle of the week. So these are the zones that we look for buying and selling opportunity on euro dollar. Now let's look at GBP USD. Now looking at the monthly time frame, now from the monthly perspective on GBP USD, we can see that this market also back-to-back 4 months of drop. This month so far is forming a doji. Now this monthly candle signaling potential deceleration of sellers activity in the market. Now the market already has broken a significant swing level, and we could see that this month's upcoming months GBP USD is pushing high, going back to the resistance line again, as it is a long-term bull market. Now looking at the weekly time frame on GBP USD, we can see that from the weekly perspective, the market this week has formed half green half long week candle. I think that initially we could see that GBP USD going back up and then coming down, closing somewhere here almost in the same place as a doji. So this week we could see that the price is remaining in between this support and resistance level. Now looking at the daily time frame, we saw that back to back after this doji there is another bullish candle. Now this bullish candle could remain bullish in the beginning of trading week. Now if we are expecting DXY to be weaker initially and then to get stronger and then coming back down, so that is aligning with GBP price action. We see that a bullish price action has created this. That means that we can expect initial upside on GBP USD on the market opening. So this is where we see that the price is forming also bullish pattern. Now with that initial weakness on DXY, what I think that GBP USD might retest this support level, and then we can expect it to continue to the upside, and either the price is retesting this resistance or around this zone we can expect to give us some long week candle or a reversal pattern. Then we can look for selling opportunity on GBP USD, and I think that in the middle of the week we could see again return back and monthly close around this zone, forming a monthly doji, and then we can expect a long-term continuation to the upside for its change of its trend. So this is where in the beginning I will look for buying on GBP USD along this zone after price action confirmation, and these are the zone we will look for selling on GBP USD at the end of the month, and then I will keep you updated, guys, how we will be looking for the new monthly price action and trading opportunity. So now let's look at dollar CAD, and then we'll look at gold as well. Now looking at the monthly on dollar CAD, we can see that from the monthly perspective, dollar CAD is a bull market. As you can see, it's a very strongly bullish market from this monthly, with this monthly bullish engulfer followed by a long week narrower candle. This month we have seen that dollar CAD has opened with a gap, and with that gap opening, the market has formed a strong impulse to the upside on dollar CAD. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective there is a bullish candle followed by another long bullish candle. Previous week we saw that there is a long week candle. That means that all these weeks we saw that significant bullish momentum. Now this week we saw the market is still maintaining series of higher low. That means that this week after a little pullback we can expect dollar CAD to remain bullish. Now looking at the daily time frame on dollar CAD, we can see that this is the daily impulse, and the price is forming series of higher low in that area on dollar CAD and putting pressure also on this resistance level. Now back to back 2 days of doji has given dollar CAD and strong bullish momentum. Now looking at the other lower time frame, we can see that there is a false breakout of this support level on $CAD, and we saw a bullish middleman has formed, and from that level we can expect for the price to remain to the upside, to bullish to the upside. This is where what I think that on the market opening with the weakness on DXY initial, we can expect a retest of this support, and I think that the market might form in this 4-hour time frame a potential inverted head and shoulder, and then we can expect for the price to remain bullish. This is where I will be waiting for potential bullish trading opportunity. Once we see that with the strengthening on DXY after breaking of this low, we can expect also $CAD to remain bullish to the upside. This is where I will look for buying opportunity on DXY once we see that the price has retested this level. Now let's look at gold. As you have seen that past week gold was volatile, and gold has done exactly according to our previous weekly forex forecast. The price is bullish, still maintaining. So let's see now this week what kind of opportunity can we might have, starting with again monthly time frame to see overall picture in the market. Now from the monthly, we see that gold has reached a significant monthly resistance level, and as you know that this market is extremely volatile because of the fundamental factors, the war factor. We could see that gold is still remaining bullish in the last week of the month. Now if we review our historical perspective on gold, we see that this is the long wick candle. As we mentioned in our previous analysis, this is the pandemic bubble has burst, and we saw that the price has created this huge move, followed by we saw that this is the Russia and Ukraine war bubble. The price has gone to that level, and we saw that huge rejection from this level, followed by we saw that this is where there was a bank collapse and the price created an all-time high. So this is where we see that when there is a crisis, gold form a long wick candle. That means that gold become very volatile. As we see that similar kind of crisis is arising, we could see that gold is remaining bullish in this market, going back to this same resistance, and I think that we could see the market even break that resistance level. Now if we look at this monthly support on gold, we saw that this is where there was a huge move happened. The price has bounced from this support, maintaining a higher low. Now if we closely look at, you can see that the price couldn't break this low from the monthly, maintaining a higher low. That means the price could try to maintain a higher high in that level. So that means we still can expect gold to remain bullish in the upcoming days and weeks and months. Now looking at the weekly time frame on DXY on gold, we see that the market after previous weekly bullish engulfer this week has formed a candle which is also typically bullish. As you can see, this candle has a wick at the bottom and also wick at the top. Now that represents that this is a healthy bullish candle. We see that previous weekly candle has broken this resistance line, has dropped back for a deeper pullback, and with that pullback, what we can expect on gold after little pullback, what I think that this market may maintain its bullish momentum to the upside. Now looking at the daily time frame to see where the price is heading. Now from the daily perspective, we see that there is a strong impulse, narrow correction. So there is a very narrow correction. Strong impulse is a sign of high momentum in the market. Now this is the last day of trading week, a long week daily candle. What I think that this week we might see that initial drop from this daily level, as the price, you can see that every time the price was breaking these highs was having a drop. As the market has broken that level, we could see that if this price is coming down for liquidity grab. Now if we draw this daily support level, what we see that from those levels the price might initially break the daily low, and then we can expect another bounce to the upside in the first day or second day of the trading week. Now looking at intraday perspective, as you can see with this gap, the price was maintaining series of higher low, and I think that with the market opening we could see that gold breaking this low and then going back up to this resistance level, as this is a very strongly uptrending market structure. We could see that gold is maintaining those levels until going to this monthly resistance level. Now looking at the 1 hour chart to see how the price is evolving and where we can find trading opportunity. Now from the 1 hour perspective, this is the level, as you can see, maintaining series of higher low 1974 to 1972 or 1970 level. This is where what I think that if the market maintaining this level, respecting this level, we can look for potential buying opportunity after price action confirmation. If we see that gold has broken these levels, has given us the entry opportunity that we are looking for, we'll look for buying opportunity on gold on the lower time frame as soon as we see that. Now if you want to trade all of them, gold, euro, dollar, GBPUSD, and learn the strategy that I am trading also, you can join us. Link below this video in the description area. Visit the website, you can click join now button to join us to be part of Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So now let's look at other instrument, how they are doing. Now I will be looking at yen pairs. As you can see, past week also yen pairs were very volatile, starting with dollar yen. Now dollar yen, I will be first of all looking at monthly time frame to see overall direction in the market. Now dollar yen, as you can see, it's a long-term bullish market. If we look at the historical perspective on dollar yen, with this impulse on the monthly, we have seen that the market has formed this impulse followed by quite a few months of consolidation, series of higher low. Now with that movement, we see that dollar yen currently still maintaining a bullish market structure. We see that with this impulse followed by this correction, every month the price is forming series of higher high and higher low. Now this current monthly candle we saw that has come down, tested this previous monthly resistance as a support, and from that level we saw that dollar yen had a bounce to the upside. Now what we see that this market, as we see along the way it gathered liquidity, we can expect dollar yen to remain bullish in the upcoming week as well, now as it is a long-term bullish market. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, this market also was gathering liquidity. There is one here, there's one here, there's one here. Every time price was maintaining series of higher high and higher low, and then breaking this low, getting rejected. Now as this market is in a long-term bullish market structure, I think that this week after pullback we can expect dollar yen to have an upside bias. Now looking at the daily time frame to see how the market is doing, now we see that from the daily this market also manipulated multiple times whenever the price is breaking this low, getting rejected. What we see that last day of trading week, a half week on both sides, and this is a narrower bullish candle. We could see that on the market opening this week, initial drop to break any of this level, and then we can expect dollar yen to remain bullish. Now looking at the intraday perspective on dollar yen, we can see that the market, whenever we saw this support is breaking, is going back up and maintaining series of higher high and higher low. So we will be waiting for this week also another breakdown, which is highly likely to happen, as this market every time breaking any of this important liquidity zone getting rejected, will be waiting for initial drop with the initial weakness on DXY and any of this break of this low, we can look for buying opportunity on dollar yen, as it is a long-term bullish market. Now let's look at GBPJPY to see how the market is doing. Now from the monthly perspective on GBPJPY, what we see that it is a long-term bullish market as well. If we look at this historical perspective on GBPJPY, we see that with this impulse followed by this correction, the price is forming series of higher high and higher low, which is a long-term uptrending market structure. Now this is the current monthly candle. We see that in this current monthly candle on GJ, the price, this is the resistance this month so far has reached, and this is the monthly support. I think that this month also GBPJPY could remain bullish. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, GBPJPY tested this weekly support multiple times and formed a bullish candle. Now this week we could see that initial drop and then could remain bullish, as it is a long-term bull market. We can expect for the price to remain upside. Now looking at the daily time frame on GBPJPY, we see that this is the daily support level. Every time the price gathering liquidity from the support getting rejected and also forming series of higher low. That means that this support is a very important level where we see that high demand from the buyers, and last day of trading week a daily bullish candle. This with the market opening in the new week, we could see another retest and then continuation to the upside we can expect. Now from intraday perspective, we see that GBPJPY, there was a long week doji here on the 4-hour time frame, and the price started to peak to the upside. Now as you can see, this is a smooth level of support, and with the market opening, we can expect initial drop again to retest this liquidity zone, as above this doji there is a high liquidity, and this is where I will be waiting for another retest of this level. Once we see the price has given a suitable entry, we can look for buying opportunity on GBPJPY. Now let's look at NASDAQ and US30. Looking at NASDAQ again, looking at the monthly time frame to see overall picture in the market. Now from the monthly, we can see that NASDAQ, as you can see, it's a long-term bull market, and the price is coming down for a deeper pullback. The price currently almost at the monthly support level, and I think that the price might finally break this monthly support for a deeper pullback, and then we can expect again continuation to the upside. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we see that from the weekly perspective there is a big bearish candle from the weekly. Currently the price below this weekly support level, and we can expect in the new trading week initial pullback to the upside, retest, and then continuation to the downside. Now looking at the daily time frame, we see that NASDAQ there is a huge daily drop, as we see that this market currently trying to break this support level with the global crisis. We could see that NASDAQ is becoming bearish. Now looking at further lower time frame, we see on the lower time frame NASDAQ is maintaining a local downtrending market structure, and we can expect for the price to retest this level and then continue to drop towards its long-term direction. So from the intraday perspective, we will look for any of this break of this swing high on the lower time frame. As soon as we find that, we can look for selling opportunity on NASDAQ. Now let's look at US30, looking at the monthly time frame. Now from the monthly perspective, we see that US30 as well, after this strong monthly impulse back to back 3 months, we saw that this market has come back down to this monthly support level, and I think that in the last week of the month we could see further downside on US30, and this is where we can expect for the price to retest or break of this support before pushing high. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we can see a bearish engulfer from the weekly on US30 can give US30 further downside. As we see the market gathers liquidity multiple times, so you can expect for the price to remain bearish. Now looking at the daily time frame on US30, we see that from the daily perspective it is a local bullish move, and we saw a breakdown. After break of this swing high, US30 had a huge breakdown, and I think that the price after a little pullback we can expect it to remain bearish. Now from the intraday perspective on US30, we see that here there is a drop, correction, drop, narrow correction, and we can expect for the price to remain bearish on the lower time frame. So this is where I will be waiting for US30 to go back up to this resistance where there is a important level, and from that zone we can look for selling opportunity after price action confirmation. These are the instruments that we will be looking at, along with many other instruments coming along the way. I will keep you posted, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this weekly Forex forecast. If you enjoy, make sure that you like and also subscribe to the channel. And if you want to join us to be part of Forex Trading Wizard Academy, also you can join us. Link below this video in the description area. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.